You know, in this crazy, buzzing world we live in, it can feel like your own mind is working against you, right? But what if I told you that you could actually train it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into right now. Okay, let me ask you something. Does your mind just keep running all the time? Even when you're totally exhausted and just want to shut it off for a little while? Or how about this one? Do you ever find yourself stuck in a loop? Just replaying conversations from yesterday or even years ago, kicking yourself for what you should have said?
And maybe your mind loves to time travel, but into the future, constantly cooking up problems and making you worry about things that haven't even happened. Look, if you're nodding along to any of this, I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not weak. There is nothing wrong with you. It just means you have an untrained mind. And the good news? Just like a muscle, you can absolutely train it. Think about it this way. A restless, untrained mind it's a massive energy leak. It's exhausting. But a trained mind, it doesn't just plug that leak, oh no. It actually starts to generate power, focus, and clarity in your life. And to really get our heads around this, we're gonna look way back in time. Because this thing that feels so modern, so unique to our crazy times, it's actually a timeless human struggle. So we're going to the Bhagavad Gita, this incredible ancient text. And in it, we meet Arjuna, one of the greatest warriors of all time. You'd think he'd be the picture of control, right? But even he admits, right on the battlefield, that he can't control his own mind. And here's what he says, his big confession. Controlling the mind feels like controlling the wind. Wow. Just let that sink in for a second. I mean, could there be a more perfect way to describe how impossible that feels sometimes? That line just hits so hard because it's so honest. It's so human. Thousands of years have passed, and yet we all know exactly what he means. We've all felt that helplessness against the storm inside our own heads. But here's where it gets really good. Arjuna isn't just left there struggling. His guide, Krishna, gives him a solution. A simple, elegant, two-part solution that is just as powerful today as it was back then. So Krishna starts by saying, yes, you're right, the mind is restless. He validates the struggle. He doesn't dismiss it. But then he says, but it can be controlled. And how? Through two key things, practice and detachment. That's it. That's the whole game plan. So let's really break these two things down. Practice, or Abhyasa, is super simple. It's just the act of bringing your mind back when it runs off. That's it. And detachment, Vairagya, that's all about not getting hooked by every single thought. You just see it and you're like, oh, okay, just a thought, and you let it go. Now, what is absolutely mind-blowing is that this ancient wisdom lines up perfectly with what modern science tells us. Thousands of years later, neuroscience has basically proven why Krishna's advice works. And the magic word here is neuroplasticity. This is the amazing proven ability of our brains to physically change, to literally rewire themselves based on what we do over and over again. Your brain is not set in stone, it's more like clay. So get this, every single time you catch your mind wandering and you gently guide it back, that's like a bicep curl for your brain. Seriously, you are literally building stronger pathways for attention. You're making it easier to focus the next time around. It's incredible when you think about it. The big takeaway here isn't just the technique itself, but the fact that science today, with all its fancy equipment, is essentially saying, yep, that ancient wisdom, it was spot on. Okay, so we've got the theory, we've got the science, but how do we actually do this? Let's get practical. Here is a simple 3-step toolkit you can literally start using the second this is over. All right, here's your toolkit. Number 1, 1-minute awareness. Just 3 times a day, stop, close your eyes, and just watch what your mind is doing. That's building your practice muscle. Number 2, name the thought. When a thought pops up, just silently give it a label. Like past, future, worrying. This creates that little bit of distance. That's detachment right there. And finally, number 3, the 1-task rule. For just 20 minutes, pick one thing to do. And that's it. No phone, no other tabs open, just one thing. Now, as we start to land the plane here, it's so important to get the goal right. This is not about trying to achieve some mythical, impossible state of having no thoughts. It's about taking back the steering wheel. Let me say that again. Managing your mind isn't about stopping your thoughts. You can't. It's about becoming stronger than them. so that they don't get to dictate how you feel or what you focus on. And all of this entire journey, it starts with one simple truth. Just becoming aware of your thoughts, simply noticing them without judgment, that is the first, most critical step to building real mental strength. So I'm gonna leave you with a big question to chew on. Right now, in this moment, are you in control of your mind, or is your mind in control of you? Because the power to flip that script, well, it starts right now.